Gordon and Claudette, this is for you, blueberry muffins. So in my bowl I have 2 cups of flour. This is unbleached flour. I always use unbleached flour. And to that I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of white sugar. So that's a pretty good ratio. Usually I don't put more than half of the sugar to flour. So half of that would be 1 cup, so 3/4, a little bit less. That works for me. We got 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now in this recipe there's butter also, like a half a cup of butter. If you use salted butter, I would use 1/4 teaspoon of salt. If you use unsalted butter, then I would up the salt to 1/2 teaspoon. And then I have 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And I'm going to mix that all together. Alright, and we're going to set this aside for a minute. I have 1 stick of butter here, so that's half a cup of butter. And to that I'm going to add 2 eggs. Okay, so half a cup of butter, 2 eggs, half a cup of milk, and you can use any kind of milk you want. So today I'm using almond milk. You can use any kind of milk, whole milk, something with full fat though. So if you use half a cup of milk, I have, like I said, the almond milk, and this almond milk has vanilla in it already, so I'm not going to put any vanilla. If you're using regular milk, you would want to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And I'm just going to mix that up. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now, for the blueberries, you want 1.5 cups of blueberries. If you're using fresh blueberries, you want to just mix them in with the flour whenever you're mixing the flour ingredients. If you're using frozen blueberries like I am today, you want to wait till the last minute to do that because you don't want the blueberries to thaw. So I have here 1.5 cups of blueberries that are frozen, and I'm going to mix them in with the flour. So when they get coated with the flour, they won't sink to the bottom of your muffins. So I'm just going to mix that all in. You want them frozen. And then we're going to mix in our butter and egg and milk mixture. And we want to do this gently. We don't want to overmix anything. So I'm just going to use my rubber spatula to get that incorporated. Just gently mix everything together. Batter's going to be a little thick. You don't want to use a mixer with this. Do it by hand because you do want to mix it just until it's all incorporated. Now we're going to fill up our muffin tins. I put paper liners, so this makes 12 muffins. We're just going to divide them equally.
That looks good.
Nothing like a warm blueberry muffin right out of the oven. Oh, so good. Alright, so now if you want to make this a little bit fancier, you can take some sugar and cinnamon and sprinkle it on top. It's not necessary, but you can do that. So I have 2 tablespoons of sugar and 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and I'm just going to sprinkle some of that on top of the muffins.
Oh.
And we're going to bake these for about 20 minutes at 375 degrees. Yeah, let's call that good. All right, it's preheated to 375. I'm going to put my muffins in there for 20 minutes. And we'll see if they're done. They do look good. Okay, so here we have our blueberry muffins. They were in the oven for 23 minutes. And they're still a little warm, but I'm going to try one. They smell delicious. They look pretty darn good too. So let me just have a little piece here. Ooh,
that's hot. That's hot, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my.
Oh my.
That's very tasty. Okay, so there you have it, blueberry muffins. And thank you for the suggestion. And please feel free to suggest other things for me. I would be happy to give it a try. And I like to try to keep it with the ingredients kind of limited, because if you get too many ingredients, it just makes it a lot harder for people to want to try it. So thanks for coming today, and we'll see you again.